Hey guys, Ron here once again. Just wanted to go ahead and share yesterday's play-by-play session. As you can see here, we were able to pretty much select a few stocks that we found on the pre-market, and we were able to box them in. One of those was NVIDIA. As you can see here, all we did was basically go ahead and set up that box. We set up some alerts. We looked at the daily as per the plan. We review everything that's going to help us here determine what we're looking to do. We checked out Baba and a couple others that we had determined that, hey, may have some potential. At the end of the day, as you guys already know, those of you who have completed the course, you have to stick to just a few, just to make sure you don't over leverage or put yourself in a situation where you're not going to be able to manage the positions. So as we started getting alerts for all of these stocks, so like you see SNA, we got alerts for NVIDIA, we got alerts for ISRG. As they started to break these box-in levels, we started taking a look at them. So I went ahead and jumped in on ISRG. That was probably our first play right there. So we jumped into ISRG. Let's see. Right before the candle closed. So we went ahead and put in our order. As you can see here, I tried to put in my order at the bid. The bid kept going down, so I kept adjusting my order as low as possible before I got a fill. So I went ahead and put that in and let myself get filled at a better price. So I always tell everybody, try to submit your order at the bid or even lower. You'll be surprised how often you get filled. And then I also got filled on NVIDIA, as you saw there, where I'll put my order in. I wasn't getting a fill, so I had to adjust. I went over to a different strike, and then I got filled on NVIDIA. So again, what was the rules? Once these things broke the pre-market low, we went ahead and jumped in on these. And that was it, guys. It's as simple as that. Hey, we have two lines. It's going to go one way or it's going to go the other. So we went ahead and did the same thing on NVIDIA. We did the same thing on ISRG. SNA, I was looking at it, but I personally did not like the volume. As you guys may have caught that there. It kind of said, volume on the options was pretty low. I think in the morning it barely broke over 100. I don't want to get into something that doesn't have liquidity for me to be able to get in and out accordingly. And then when you're setting your stops, as you can see here, you want to set your stops with a custom sound so that you know exactly what your alert is for. That way, when it follows you, you know what it is. That's all it is. So yeah, we reviewed SNA a couple of times, and I just personally did not like the volume on it on the option side, so I just did not trade it at all. On NVIDIA, once it broke the next level, I went ahead and put in an order to add some more. And let's see how many here. We added another 3 contracts for NVIDIA. So we got our fill, and NVIDIA kept going lower before it actually ended up reversing on us. So the first thing I did was adjust my stop. We reviewed the markets. We took a look at everything. Like I said before, continue to do your scan. Look at everything. ISRG started to reverse on us, and all I did was keep an eye on it because that was the one that we entered initially, and it was a small position. I only entered like 1 or 2 contracts at most, and then I was like, okay, well, it's coming against me. Let me go ahead and just adjust and take my stop. See, as here I'm down $345. Go ahead, create a closing order, and take my out, and that's it. Just get out. It's not a big deal, guys. We can always get back in, and that's exactly what we ended up doing. So I got out of ISRG. I'm already down. So that was our first exit. So already down 1, and we're barely not even an hour into the trading session. So we're already getting stopped out. But we started keeping an eye on it because obviously started forming this pattern on the 10-minute. The RSI on the 10-minute was having negative divergence, so I was keeping an eye on it, and I did end up actually getting back into ISRG, which ended up being my best play for the day. So as you can see here, I like the pattern that it was forming. I like the confirmation candle that it was having after it. NVIDIA kept playing around at my stop right here at 186.12 roughly. So 186 was my stop for NVIDIA. I wanted it to close above it. And basically, you see this 50-period MA. I was keeping an eye on that. I wanted to see if it wanted to do the same thing that ISRG was doing, which was, let me test this 50-period MA and let me see if I want to stay above it or if I want to just test it and pretty much reverse. And that's what NVIDIA was doing. It just kept messing around there. And obviously, we know it actually rallied for the day. So, we just didn't reverse. Once we got out of it, we just got out of it. It's okay. Took our loss. We took our stop on it, and that's it. Same thing with SPY. With SPY, because of what the daily patterns were setting, I just wasn't comfortable going long. Initially, obviously, it broke out perfectly, but because I didn't take it on the box break, at this point, I don't want to go long, and I was waiting for a better opportunity to take it to the downside. So here, I went ahead and took my exit on. I got back into ISRG. I'm sorry, and I got 5 to start that position. And then I took a look at the markets once again. Let me take a look at everything. Let me see what the markets are doing. SPY was started to form the hammer. I liked what it was doing, so I said, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and start building a position, and I got 10. Boom. Easy, right? So we're gonna layer in and we're gonna layer out. So that's all I did. I just took a look at it, and then I said, when it breaks this pivot, I'll go ahead and add some more. But let me wait for that. I don't want to go too heavy in the beginning because I don't know what it's doing. Right now, it's going up. So, but because it formed a pattern, giving me a reversal, I was like, you know what? Let me test it to the downside because I didn't want to test it to the upside. And that was the play I took on SPY. ISRG, again, I took the opportunity to add 10 more, this time a little closer to at the money, basically. And I went ahead and put in my order for 10, and I left it at that. So on SPY, once it started coming down, I got filled in ISRG. When SPY started coming down below that pivot, I kind of wanted to add 10 more. So I kept a close eye on it to see if I was going to get right back into it or add some more. All right. So as you can see, we got filled on ISRG. So now we're up to 15 contracts on ISRG. And obviously, you guys know the rest of the story. ISRG went down significantly for the day. It went down to its support level at 486 roughly. I actually miscalculated. We had calculated that ISRG was going to do $12 to $15 move, which it did today or yesterday. It went from 502 down to 487, which it definitely did. But I was targeting 485, and I was a little stubborn with that limit order. I should have adjusted it because I should have paid a little bit more close attention to the support area and actually took my profits down there when it peaked at 9,000. So that was my fault. That was the lesson learned for the day. Because what I ended up doing was just following it down with my stop. Once ISRG breaks 486 support level, you're probably going to see it break down all the way down probably to 440, 430, even 420, because there's nothing but air beneath 486 support level. So that's probably the next target for ISRG once it finally breaks that 486 level. But as you can see here, SPY did break that pivot. So I did decide to add an additional 10 contracts once it decided to close beneath this pivot. So I went ahead and added a few more just because of the layering in system. Like I said before, we had a hammer form. It pretty much had a nice little wick going up, and it failed to go higher. So it was giving me significant reason to say, hey, go ahead and add 10 more. So I did. We ended up getting stopped out of that position as well, and NVIDIA obviously also stopped us out. So as you can see here, NVIDIA on the 10-minute actually have formed a hammer, which kind of gave me hope on that 50 period MA, on that 10-minute, on that 50 period on MA on the 10-minute. I was thinking, oh, maybe it'll reverse from here, but it ultimately failed. So I ended up getting stopped out of that one. I ended up getting stopped out of SPY. So now we are stopped out 3 times for the day on our trade. So we got stopped out of ISRG already in the morning and got back in. We got stopped out of NVIDIA and we got stopped out of SPY. So as you can see, it is what it is, guys. You're going to get stopped out. That's the business we're in. Here we go. I took my stop on NVIDIA, and that's it. And that's part of the business. You're going to get stopped out. The key is to keep your losses small. If you can pretty much target a 1 to 10, so you risk 1 to make 10, those are the days that are going to make the difference. But you have to manage and let your winners run. So if you let your winners run by properly managing and following your stops up and having your target set. So that was the only problem I had yesterday with ISRG, that my target was just $1 away from where I actually should have been. But it is what it is. I still ended the day in the green. I still was profitable for the day, and I'm happy, happy. $2,500 profit on ISRG is nothing to laugh about, That's still a decent profit, guys. So, no complaints on my side, personally. I manage the system, I apply the system, and at the end of the day, guys, if you follow the rules unconditionally, the rules and the system works in the long run. So you just have to follow it and apply it. At the end of the day, we, the people, the person trading, the trader, are the weakest links when it comes to any trading plan. So you just have to make sure you follow your rules accordingly so that you don't fail. And that's all it is, guys. If you're following the box-in method, if you're taking the course, you already know what you have to do. Just follow the system and stick with it. But look, when I got back in, Now I'm more confident. But look, I'm up 3,900 on it, 4 grand on it. So you can be wrong. And I mean, well, we're not wrong by getting out because we don't know. But you can always get back in, and I'd rather get back in than to let that thing run against me like crazy. How many did you get? No, but this is the thing though. If you get out now, you're not being patient when you're winning. Why you're gonna be patient when you're losing and stick to things when they're going against you, but when you're making money, you're not gonna stick with them. Stick with them and stick to the plan. Remember, you either stop me out or go my way. Look at your supporting factors. That's why I gave you that scan. Look at everything around. Are you green for the day? All right, guys, it was a great trading session. Again, don't forget to sign up for your free 20-minute coaching calls. If you have any questions, go ahead and click the links below for the Box In trading course so that you can execute trades like this each and every day. I'll see you guys on the next one.